Do eggs clog your arteries and cause heart problems? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Pickel show. All right, so let's dive right in. I had a patient recently come to me, and she had been having some issues prior to seeing us, where she had gone through some things with her heart, and she had just come back from the cardiologist, and the cardiologist told her to basically stay away from eggs because they'll clog your arteries and it's not good for your heart. So try to minimize those. And really, overall, she eats pretty healthy. She's been a pretty healthy person. She's like, Dr. Pickel, I love eggs, and I thought these were good for me. I know I've heard some things, but I thought they were false. But the cardiologist said, hey, don't eat them. Well, let's dive into the research. Let's not always listen to the opinion that's being told. Let's look at the facts where this information should come from. Dive in with the first study here. So in this study, they basically, it's a meta-analysis. They took 23 different studies, put them all together and said, hey, what happened here with eggs in people? So, and they did this over 12 years worth of information here. And this was studying 123,660 people. That's a lot of studying there going on. So, and they're saying, hey, if you give them eggs, what's the risk of cardiovascular issues? And here's our conclusions here. Look at this. Higher consumption of eggs, that's more than one egg per day. That's, you can eat 2, eat 3, eat 4, was not associated with increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Whoa. But, and look at this, this is the big but here, was associated with significant reduction of coronary artery disease. Wow. Why are not all cardiologists and doctors telling their patients to eat more eggs? Let's go to another study. All right. So this is another one that was done where they said, hey, everybody in this study is going to eat about 3 eggs per day, and let's see what it does to your cholesterol. So what happened here? So, some of them, if they only ate 1 egg per day, that increased their good cholesterol function, their HDL. You could call it good cholesterol. Actually, all cholesterol is good. It's inflammation. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. But it increased good HDL function and large HDL. Now, here's where people are going to say, wait a second, it increased the bad cholesterol, the LDLs. Well, here's the problem. Think of this first. All cholesterol is good. We need it. It's the mother of all of our hormones. Our whole brain and nervous system are made from it. All the oils in our skin are made from it. Actually, it even has more functions than that. Now, here's the other side of this too. Large LDLs are not the problem. It's the small LDLs. Those are the ones that get stuck in the inflamed areas of your arteries. The large ones are not a problem. So increasing large particle LDL concentrations and HDL, fantastic stuff. All right. And then they said, well, wait a second. How about the people who ate 2 to 3 eggs per day? Well, even greater improvements in HDL function, as well as they got the antioxidants, the plasma carotenoids increased. We'll take it down here, which are antioxidants. So this even gave more protection. And actually, it favored a less atherogenic LDL particle, less of the small ones. So eggs, wow, pretty amazing stuff here. So, and the studies prove it. So let's go to what's in eggs. What's in these things that makes them so good? Well, number one, they are a very, very high quality protein. Baby chicks eat this stuff, so it's got to be good. All right. Selenium, very important antioxidant. Vitamin D, choline. So what's choline for? It's for your brain, to partially makes up the cell membranes of your brain and your cell membranes of your body. Pretty important. Actually, it has other functions too. B vitamins, there's a bunch of B vitamins, biotin, pantothenic acid, B12. There's a bunch of B vitamins in eggs. Selenium, very powerful antioxidant, also helps with thyroid hormones. Iron, lutein and zeaxanthin. Lutein and zeaxanthin, these are very powerful antioxidants, especially for the eyes. These prevent macular degeneration. Phosphorus, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin E. You can't beat these things. All right. So then somebody will say, well, wait a second. One egg contains 187 milligrams of cholesterol, doc. You know, that's a lot of cholesterol. Cholesterol is not the cause of the problem. I know there's certain commercials that really say, hey, you got to get your cholesterol down, making cholesterol out to be this bad guy. So here's what happens. Let's say you ate 3 eggs, increased your blood cholesterol. Who's the manager and creator of cholesterol in your body? Your liver. So what your liver says is, hey, you know what? Now this isn't a healthy person. The liver will say, hey, you know what? There's a lot more cholesterol just entered the bloodstream. We're going to decrease production. That's how it works. The body balances it out. It's not a problem. Now, if you've got a lot of inflammation in your body, if you have a thyroid problem, if you have diabetes or a blood sugar problem, yeah, you've got a lot of other things going on that could increase your risk that your liver's not going to follow the rules and help you out. Or there's a lot of inflammation in your arteries where those small particles are going to get caught in your arteries. There's these other factors. There's heavy metals, chemicals, things in our body that can set us up for the problem. So, and then cholesterol becomes the problem. Cholesterol in itself is not the problem here. All right. And eggs are definitely not the problem. Eggs are pretty amazing wonder foods. Fan of eggs. Now, I would also say one more thing here about eggs. What eggs? What eggs are the best eggs? Well, you want to get pasture raised eggs, not pasteurized, pasture raised. So if you go to a farm and there's chickens running around in the field, running all over the place, that's a really good sign. They're eating the bugs on the ground. They're eating the stuff on the ground. That increases their intake of nutrients, which turns into all the good stuff that's in the eggs. So if a chicken is stuck inside of a cage all day, or they are just allowed to kind of run around and only eat the feed or the certain things that they're given, yeah, and this is in order to grow bigger chickens, I'm sure, in less amount of time. But you're also going to have eggs that are going to suffer, and they're going to be very low quality. So when people at the grocery store are saying, hey, I get the cheap eggs because they're all the same anyway. Well, that's not true. There's a difference in eggs, and get the good ones and you'll get the benefit of the egg you're eating. Why not get the benefit, especially if you have health issues? You need those benefits, or even if you don't, you need to stay healthy. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful day. God bless. And I'll see you on the next video here.